Hello everyone who wants to do modern warfare in the most inefficient way possible. I am Border, also known as BorderRRR, and welcome to Command & Conquer Generals 0 Hour. And a little challenge run. This is both a challenge and a commentary. And it's basically, I wanted to see, like, hang on. I've never tried playing any Command & Conquer game just using Infantry, because those of you who know C&C know that it is infamously all about the tank rush, to the point where Infantry are just kind of there to get blown up. Like, I think a lot of C&C games, not Command & Conquer Generals, like, you can skip Infantry almost entirely. However, we're going with Command & Conquer Generals this time simply because I thought, you know what, let's try the one I think it'll be easiest. And there's no particular reason I'm doing GLA, I just kind of thought, I don't know, tunnel networks are cool. And, this turned out really well. This was actually supposed to be like the warm-up match. I think on a bigger map, I would have real trouble with this. And you can see I'm kind of rusty with Command & Conquer Generals, just kind of fumbling my way around. But thankfully, this map in particular happened to be perfect for an infantry-only one because it has these lovely little bunkers here. And also, I think I lucked out with the enemy AI that I was playing with, playing against rather. So yeah, like, whoops! I keep zoning out. I keep watching the game and going, yeah, that was fun. So anyway, infantry only. So Command & Conquer Generals is probably one of the better ones to do this with because the infantry are actually, like, you know, worth a damn. I do think this is one of the most balanced C&C games. Command & Conquer 3, absolute mess. Like, once you can build mammoth tanks, there's literally no reason whatsoever to build, like, any other vehicle if you're playing GLA. Let's see, Command & Conquer Red Alert. I think that's also pretty balanced. Infantry are decently strong in that. But the problem is that, like, the more interesting infantry units... Actually, hold on a minute. I basically have done this challenge already. It was just in Red Alert 2 using Allied Rocketeers, because those are just the best infantry unit probably in any C&C game, because they frickin' fly, bro. So, let's talk about my strategy here. I don't know if this is the ideal infantry spam thing to do, but, like, we're just basically focusing on putting tunnel networks everywhere, being nice and entrenched. That's another reason I like Command & Conquer Generals. It's like, this is probably one of the most, this is one of the games which are like, I guess defensive play is like the most viable here, because the defensive structures are actually kind of strong, and like, sticking infantry in buildings actually accomplishes something. Particularly the rocket infantry. These little RPG troopers are the absolute business. I love it. And yeah, I think it's pretty good. I think GLA is also kind of helpful for this because they don't have to worry about power, which is really, really helpful. Oh, look! There was a little drone there. I was actually considering, like, what was it? I was considering playing as, like, the Prince Kassad subfaction for this, but I didn't, because you'll see that a really important part of my strategy here involves angry mobs, because the most devastating modern weapon, or at least the most devastating modern weapon back in the early 2000s, specifically 2003, when this game was first made, is a whole bunch of angry civilians armed with Molotov cocktails and AK-47s. Actually, that's probably still kind of dangerous, honestly, depending on what you're dealing with. So yeah, like, I really want to also be, like, go full Chad in more ways than one, and do, like, a technical only. Well, I guess it'll be technicals plus infantry for GLA. That would be a fun challenge. What other ways can you challenge yourself? Oh, by the way, you probably saw already, but this is a medium difficulty AI. This is not, like, it's not particularly strong. Why are you building a barracks, you doofus? I'm looking back on this and thinking, like, okay, don't do that. Okay, well done past me. Figured it out. Yay, tunnel network. Alright, so bear in mind that the GLA, like, they have manned everything. They, like, whatchamacallit. Like, there's someone in that tunnel network just opening fire right there. I'm hungry. Whee! And at this point, I'm trying to remember, like, how the hell anything works in terms of, like, how do things, like, how do I make things go forward and backward? Yay! Excellent. This was a pretty short match, all things considered. I don't know what that little ranger fella is doing right there. It's also interesting in Command & Conquer Generals that the basic infantry unit for the US of A is rangers? You'd think it'd be like, I don't know, because rangers are like elite airborne infantry, I believe. I could Google that, but I don't want to. Oh, get that worker out of there. This right here, that's why infantry only in Command & Conquer Generals is the best, because it's very nice. Alright, so we got to build up the money. So one of the other things I love about Command & Conquer Generals is... Excuse me, I'm allergic to vehicles, and I have one. I failed the challenge. Yeah, so one of the things I love about it is that, like, you know, there's a point where you can just have an infinite money thing, and I think more RTS games need to do that, because it's kind of like, alright, you can do that, but you can also build as many super weapons as you want. There's not a point in the game where you kind of run out of cash, which means you can take it slow. You can take it a little bit slow, it's all good. Alright, and also the palace. I do love a palace. Like, the GLL Palace is absolutely wonderful because it doubles as a defensive building. So you can basically, like, again, really works well for the whole defensive thing. And it only just occurred to me that, yeah, that is like, you know, the GLA can essentially build bunkers, but they're just big, expensive ones. Pretty dope. Ah, and right there is where I lucked out a little bit with this, because the laser general is actually kind of bad. At dealing with infantry, or at least those laser tanks are. Whee! Ta-da! I don't know why I built rebels. I don't think I needed to at this point, but you know, I did. Right, so how does this relate to, like, Modern Warfare? Could you... If you remade Command & Conquer Generals with, like, the new... Well, basically, Modern Warfare is all about, like, drone spam and hacking the internet. Why are they not attacking? That's so weird. Basically, if you had to do that, like, would infantry only be viable? Well, no, it wouldn't, so... Part of the problem with, like, Modern Warfare, with the whole drone mess, is that it's really hard to move anything around without getting spotted. And one of the advantages of infantry is that they're harder to see than, like, vehicles or stuff like that, because, you know, they're quieter, they have less of a thermal signature, shockingly. Turns out engines have a bigger IR signature than just a dude. But yeah, if the USA had realistic drones in Command & Conquer Generals, infantry only would be very difficult. Also, against certain other factions, this would be a lot harder. Against the Toxin General, Deacon's Christmas, that would not work at all. I would be... What? I don't know what's happening. Okay, what are you doing? Please. Damn it! What is happening? And I keep zoning out. Wee. And at this point, I kind of forget that the whole thing. Also, what is happening? Yarman Kell is awesome. I love it. I love him. Well, I love him in video game land. I'd be less okay with him in real life, because, you know, he's a freaking... I don't know what he is.
Has been seen by the enemy.
I love how Jarman Kell is basically a noun. This isn't a person, that's not a name. Also, it is weird how that's the only sniper the GLA gets. I feel they should have more, you know?
Well done, General. You have reached...
Also, I'm getting damn lucky that they're not friggin', you know, building super weapons up the wazoo. And hooray, cash prizes. That is another reason why GLA is awesome.
Our Jarman Kell has been seen by the enemy.
Wee, $45. That's really good. Oh boy. Why'd you do that? Why did you do that, little dude? Oh boy. Alright, so this is where things get a little bit more fun. Because there's a lot of stuff happening. And are you going to move a little worker down there to do a repair pair? And this is where we start building up the angry mobs. Because we are fed up with the filthy imperialists occupying our land. Okay then. Also, I don't know why these guys are just walking straight into a machine gun, but they definitely are. Which is a little bit weird. And that right there is the reason.
Jarman Kell has been seen by the enemy.
Wee-hee-hee. What are you doing, mate? I think that was a bug. He just kind of got sniped. Okay, at any second now, I do that. Yay! I keep forgetting that guarding is a good idea in C&C. And there's our angry mob on all beautiful, high, what do you call it? High definition angry mob. That's the one. Beautifully high definition. Definitely not crunchy as hell because it's from the early 2000s. Get those shoes, you fool! And I forgot that got sniped. Oh boy. Alright. Infantry wave time. I guess I could have gone for, like, the Infantry General. That probably would have been very smart, but weirdly enough, the best, like, I just spat on my keyboard, yuck. The best, like, strategy with him is actually to, like, spawn vehicles. So, yeah. We're going full GLA here. We're going full militant. Unfortunately, Jarman Kell cannot... Wait, is it Jarman Kell? Is it Jarman Kell or Jarman Kell? Literally, I need to keep an ear out for that. I've been hearing it said multiple times, and I just don't know. So yeah, little RPG. Here's the thing, is like, this is probably the only C&C game where like, these little RPG dudes are just so handy.
The enemy may be near.
They may be near. They may be near, they may be beer, they may be fear. Question for the people who have played C&C. Hijackers, are they any good whatsoever?
I will try to hurry.
I don't think so. I think they are poo-poo garbage because they do only one thing. Also,
Jarman Kell has been seen by the enemy.
And, oh, I think they do the satellite thing. They have spy satellites. Because you can totally see a dude hiding in the desert via satellite. I mean, you could probably see signs of the dude. Hooray! Uh-oh.
No one escapes. Who's the target? He's not protected in there.
Zap!
Sleepy enemy.
Whee!
I move in the shadows.
And crunch. And zap. Man, snipers in the C&C Generals are just amazing. I really need to try this in C&C 3 now. I want to. Let me know if you folks want me to do this because it's actually kind of fun. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's fun and cool. What the hell was that? Oh, that thing is stuck?
Our Jarman Kell has been seen by the enemy.
Has been seen. Oh, he does say Jarman Kell. At least I think he does. Oh, now I know why the, oh right, the laser tanks require power. That's hilarious. Alright then. RPG dudes do the thing. Oh, didn't need to do that. Ah, hello. You are not as stealthy as you used to be.
Don't let them get away.
Uh-oh. Hello. What the hell is happening? Whee! Whee! Jarman Kell, what are you doing? I think you're stuck, dude. Wow, how did any of our little RPG men survive that? That's hilarious. And we just have an army of dudes. Interestingly, it never occurred to me, like in Command & Conquer 3, we don't talk about Command & Conquer 4, we you get infantry in squads.
Anything else? New spotting position.
Whee! Laser tanks, laser tanks, laser tanks. I would love to install the shockwave mod for this. I don't think that's really feasible anymore, or at least not without being like really damn complicated. Whee! Also, angry mobs are just ridiculously strong. Like, they kill tanks with AK-47s. And I think this is when we begin the onslaught. It's awesome.
I am waiting. Our Jarman Kell has been seen by the enemy.
And I don't know what that is.
A warrior has fallen.
Whee! You cannot. Whee! Aha! Comanches! I wonder when you were going to do anything about that. Look at that! The most advanced military on the planet versus just a whole a whole mob of dudes. And we just rolled right over them because angry mobs are stupidly powerful. They also basically regenerate health, which is a little bit wacky. This feels excessive. And also, that's the other reason I wanted to GLA, because of the rebel ambush. Deacons, hell, we get so much money. We get so much money from doing this, and also the fact that, like, you know, just machine gun infantry, or I guess like just riflemen, can just do that. They can just mow a building down. Also, a little bit of a middle finger to 9-bit armies. This is how you do a medium AI, guys. You don't make it, like, move at, like, 10 million miles per hour. What? That little guy over there. Alright, then. Whee!
I am waiting.
Guys, what are you doing? There we go. Bunker busting AK-47s. This makes sense. Brrr. I just realized that the rebels and the angry mob move at the same pace, which is very nice. Alright. Everybody move! I really didn't need to set different, like, control groups for these guys. I really did not. Hooray! Da 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 da. Whee! Why are you building a defensive turret, stupid? You don't have any power plants. Right, in case any Americans... In the highly unlikely event that Americans are offended at me clobbering the Americans, I don't know. I don't think anyone is. This game is goofy as hell.
Indeed.
Like, you probably noticed. The fact that... Hey! Victory music.
Victorious.
Hooray! Well, that was the infantry-only challenge. That one was a lot easier than I thought it would be, to be perfectly honest with you. I think we could make that harder, and I think the first step is do it in a different C&C game. Because, this one was a little bit too easy. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Do let me know what other kind of RTS or RPG, or, well, not RPG, I'm busy with one already, RTS or roguelike challenges you want me to have a go at, because this is fun. I'm very fond of just commentary plus the little fun challengey type thing. It's not just gameplay, it's gameplay with a twist. Mind you, don't hurt yourself with that twist. So anyway, like and subscribe please, that'd be very good. And I will see you next time in RTS challenge / commentary / Command and Conquer who's a Farewell!